Okay, moving on to Cottonwood. We're showing that 80% contained. Our what's not contained is up here in Division Alpha, and then going down in Division Delta around the Jeffrey Reservoir and the folks in there. But we do have 5 20-person hand crews that are going direct on that edge, which means they're chinking in line and removing brush and everything to establish a fire line in there. And we're making great progress on that. Yesterday, a lot of with the heat and everything, some of the interior pockets got active along inside the fire. Most of them almost all of them were not a threat to cross the fire line, but we did use the Black Hawk helicopters up in here when those guys were going direct on the edge and that started heating up. We pulled them back, cooled it down with the Black Hawk helicopters with water drops, and then they re-engaged and reinforced those water drops. So we still have our camp up here at North Platte, and that's fully up and operational. Our folks up there are being taken care of with all their human needs. We've got a caterer, they got camping areas and all of that good stuff. So one thing I've talked about is when I was telling you about our IA resources that are staged for initial attack is the IA terminology. We just go IA. So, and their job is to assist the locals if we get a new start. And really, I think it could be anywhere in the state of Nebraska. So, I talked about interior pockets, creating smoke as they continue to burn off. So those fuels still have live fire around them, and when you get some sun and heat and a little bit of wind on it, they'll come in and go into those cedar pockets and whatnot, and then you'll see torching and a column build up. All of that yesterday happened on the Cottonwood fire. One question is, how many cedars remain interior? So, they were all not nuked, like stand replacement stuff. There's still cedars out there that will survive this fire, but there's a significant amount of them that won't. Challenges associated with incoming weather. We're going to have red flag probably for sure tomorrow. And I'm talking to one of the locals. They said it's going to be just like when it started last Thursday. And one of the other challenges too is that we'll get sustained winds that will do a 90-degree about sometime Saturday night with a 90-degree shift out of the north. So it's blowing out of the west and it'll shift to the north. I talked about initial attack, safety aspect. So the safety aspect of what we do is with our folks on the ground is first off, we don't engage until we have a couple things established. We have lookouts, we have communications established, we have identified places of escape routes to get away from the fire, and then safety zones where it's totally, you can stand there no matter what. You're not going to be impinged by fire. So we brief to that every morning at our breakouts, and we make sure that those are established, and we go from there. But accountability is one of the big things that we focus on, is to make sure we know where these people are at and who's working for who. So we really look at that real hard before we engage, and that's all put in the plan, the IAP plan, which is a booklet that we hand out every morning and shows where people are working. So with that, I would like to wish my wife Kaylin happy 45th anniversary today, first day of spring. So yeah, I'll see you next week.